you would be highly surprised how much bike bag weighs. And simply because we were not trying to save a few euros here and there, but because we don't have enough capacity to bring all those luggages with us. So for that reason, I added few things into a bike bag, other things into our bag. So it was a bit complicated to do that, and this big boy weighs around 31 kilograms or so, maybe around 30, as I tried to eliminate a few things. About the transportation of a Evoc bag, kind of already created quite a lot of videos where I'm packing, unpacking, boxing, unboxing, and all that stuff with a bag. But I just can't stress enough how good some of the decisions on this bike is. And one of those is the wheel in front, which you can just very easily remove for transportation. And then you drop the bag in the airport, you just add that into a side pocket and you are good to go. So that way you can see now it's not rolling, but you can do that by this or by that, or by inserting that wheel and moving the luggage. It's very great way to carry the bag. And normally what I do, maybe it's just me or maybe someone else does that as well, is to use zip ties to lock down the zippers here. Not for the case like someone would try to steal something from the bag, but because it just eliminates the possibility of opening up, losing some things. So that's the reason why I use zip ties on those all the time. And actually I have those scissors which always lives in this pocket, so that way I always know that I will have something to cut those zip ties with. We will start from the wheels, removing the wheels. Normally on this side where it opens up for the back, I add a front wheel just because I don't have a cassette, and on the other side the rear wheel goes. Actually, this time I forgot to do one thing. Normally it's suggested to reduce the air pressure, and I did this for the rear very much down, but I forgot to do this on the front. But nothing has happened to the wheel, and hopefully it don't have long-term consequences. But I just forgot it and I can't help it. And the moment of truth is to showcase how much stuff I packed into the backpack, which I always use when riding on longer distances. The clothes are here, as well as the GoPro. So I will just quickly eliminate everything from the back. Roller, which we will roll things. Sometimes I add just some fabric texture in order to protect the scratching in some areas of the frame. It's not necessarily, but I just do it for precautions. And this is the bag which is full of items for service. And actually, you would not believe it, but I have the thing which is kind of integrated power bank with the light, which I never use for sure. And it has scales. Those scales I actually use for weighting up your luggage, and I kind of scale the luggage anytime I pack the bag. It's completely not feasible to weigh 30 kilograms of this size luggage, but I still try to testify it. This is just for showcase purposes. In general, it will give you a bit of an idea how many additional stuff I bring with myself when I'm traveling with the bike, and its tools, and maybe showcase it later down the road, but it's more than 4 kilograms of stuff just to make sure that I could myself do the main maintenance things, like removing the disc rotors, changing the crankset if needed, probably not changing, but just cleaning things down, or for example, changing the chainring. So those are the things which I kind of try to think upfront before traveling, and then just make sure to have those items if they are needed. So with that in mind, I will start eliminating the bike. Oh, and about the shoes. In Tenerife, I hiked quite a lot with those shoes, not because I wanted to do so, but sometimes I just hit some dead ends, and it was like impossible to ride there. So you can see how the thread of my shoe looks like. Somewhere in the corner you will see a video about those shoes, and I have some things to mention about them as well. So that's for some content in the future, but in general those lasted quite great considering what conditions I was riding with them. Yeah, we've been rushing to pack quite a bit, but everything went as expected. Bike is here, I'm here, and we will see how it goes here in the Portugal. So as usual, very easy process. You just eliminate those ties and Velcro sides. As always, I struggle quite a lot to incorporate the handlebars into the bag, but that's just getting used to that thing. Ideally, you shouldn't take the bike from the frame, because that way your headset will a bit slide off. That's kind of it. Oh, it's not, because we still have pedals here. So the pedals and the wrench always comes into a single place, just in order not to miss them. As well as multi-tool, as well as the headset cover. And again, this was the headset handlebars. This one's also into the bag. The reason, because I always eliminate the handle from the handlebars, the brake lever and the shifter. I cut all those cables to the degree where they perfectly sit under the handlebars, but because they perfectly sit under them, they are a bit too short to maneuver your handlebars freely. So if you are going to travel, bear in mind that you should leave maybe a few more centimeters here and there just to have that extra length. Well, technically I might be able to fit in, but I just don't want to cause too much excessive stress and tension for those. So that way I'm just removing it and forgetting about it. And yeah, because I was riding in Tenerife for 2 months on MTB in various conditions, might be a good idea to just check out how the bearings looks like, because headset is kind of eliminated anyways, so I'm going to do that as well as do some other stuff for the bike. With that in mind, this was just unboxing of the bike, and I will continue about all those topics in the future. So if that's something interesting to you, do not hesitate to watch our videos on this channel. Thanks for your time, and I hope to see you around at some point. Oh, and when I flew from Tenerife to Portugal here, I made some order from R2 Bike because I needed some spares and all that stuff. And actually, I wanted to order XTR's cassette, and guess what? It's 3 to 4 months out of stock. So I brought Garmin one. I know that Tom 10 is about white, red and black. Actually, it's red, black and white in that order. I wonder how this one will look like on the bike. We will see. Usually I prefer black, but we will see how it will look like with the red one. So Garmin is great because it has one additional teeth on the biggest cock, and it's kind of weights even better than XTR's, I guess, but it's a bit more louder, and I'm not sure about the lifetime of this. Even though I have it on other wheel set, I don't know how many kilometers I have ridden already on it, but it wasn't that beautiful. Should I make review about this? You can drop in the comments and I will think about this in the future too. So thanks a lot for your time, and I hope to see you around.